Hey y'all. I hope that I can get this video in one take. But it's me, Venka, and this is my loopy life. So I haven't actually made a video in such a long time. I actually posted my videos from when I had my kidney transplant a year ago because I was not in a good place last year after I got my transplant, and I was kind of angry, so I didn't feel comfortable posting the videos. But now I do, because I don't care. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Either way, I kind of stopped posting because I felt like, I don't know, nobody cared. But then a former coworker of mine, her niece also has lupus and had a transplant, and she's young like me, like a young Black girl like me. And it's like, okay, maybe I should start posting again, because she was so scared about everything. And honestly, even when I did my research, there were no like young Black girls, and it was like, I know people are going through it, but maybe you're scared to post. So I figured I'd post. So here I am again. So today is December 21st. No, 23rd, maybe. It's Thursday before Christmas, 2022. I don't know if you watched my other videos, but I did get a kidney transplant on October 19th of 2021. My sister ended up being my donor. So real quick, a little backstory on that. I went onto the donor list right before COVID back in 2019 or something. At the end of 2019, I got approved to get on the list, and we started the process, but then COVID slowed everything down. I actually, during COVID, I started getting some calls. Maybe a month after being on the list, I got a call. And I remember thinking, when they told me I needed to get a transplant, I thought, I'm 33, 34, however old I was. 36 now. I don't know, 34 or something. And I was like, oh man, I would like to have another child, but that's never going to happen because I'm going to have to wait like 10 years to get a kidney and blah, blah, blah. Even though the doctor was like, when you get a kidney, your renal function will improve. But I'm like, when am I going to ever get a kidney? Anyways, about a month after being on the list, I got a call that I had a kidney, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I started going to the mall. To the store to get me fuzzy socks so I can be comfortable in the hospital. I was so excited. And then I never got a call back the next day. And I'm like, what happened to my kidney? And I called them, and they were like, we did the second cross match test, and it was a cross match positive. And I'm like, positive is good, right? And they were like, no, if it's positive, that means your body will probably reject it. And I was devastated. Like, it was like you told me I had lupus all over again. It's like, what you mean? I had a kidney, but now I don't got no kidney. Because I'm like, I'm never gonna get another call. This was my 1 in 10 years. So either way, I got over that. It took me a while, and I was really sad. But then, like, in 2 months, I got another call. So that was like, oh, got another kidney. I'm like, okay, another one. Did not pass the second test. So then in like another month, I got another call. I'm like, kidneys, everybody getting kidneys. And low-key, I thought it was like a whole bunch of people on motorcycles just dying or something. Like, being like, kidneys for everybody. I know that's dark, but I don't know. So the third one came, and by this time I'm like, okay, maybe not. Guess what? It did not match the second test. I'm like, okay, great. So then I got a fourth call for a kidney, and I actually got that on July 12th of 2000, right before my daughter's 13th birthday, that night before. I got the call a few days before, and I remember them saying, we got a kidney, do you want it? I'm like, I guess, whatever, I don't care, just give it to me. I ain't gonna get it, but whatever. They called me the night before my daughter's birthday when I was setting up, and they was like, Ms. Duncan. And it's funny because my phone died, and I was on my Apple Watch, talking to them. I'm like, what? Hello? And they was like, we got the kidney. I'm like, we got the kidney. And I was just like panicking, like, oh my God, I can't believe I got the kidney. What's going on? This is crazy. So I was like, oh my God, I got the kidney or whatever. And then, sorry, my sister. Yeah, so I was like, I got the kidney or whatever, and went to the hospital. Was about to go under, they hooked me up to everything, and I remember starting to doze off, and the doctor was like, oh, wait, there's a spot on this kidney. Kidney's no good. Unhook her. And I remember going out of it like, no, what? It's okay. Just put it in there. So obviously I was pissed. And I was telling the doctors, I was like, I don't care if I'm on drugs, send me home right now. So they was like, well, we'll let you stay for an hour to wear off the little medication we had started giving you, and then you can go home. And I remember I was so mad. They wanted me to wait for the wheelchair to take me out to my car, and I just snuck out. I took my stuff and I was like, bye. Because I was so mad. So that didn't work out. Anyways, at that point, I finally decided, okay, well, let my sister go ahead and get tested. She had asked me to get tested initially from jump. And I was like, no, you're my baby sister. You don't have no kids. You might need your kidneys for a kid or a husband. And I would not let her get tested. So that's why we kind of just waited to see what was going on. But after this whole situation, she was like, no, I'm getting tested. This is stupid. If I can help, I can help. And even when she got tested, I kind of was hoping, no, maybe she won't match, because I just didn't want to take that from her. Anyways, she matched, and then we got a go ahead. We were good to match and go for transplant surgery, but then COVID happened and they stopped doing transplant surgeries, so we had to wait. So about 6 months later, I was concerned, because I'm like, after a year, we're gonna have to do the process all over again, and it's just so much. My sister had to miss a whole bunch of appointments, do so much blood work, and it's one thing for me to go through it, but to have her go through it, I just couldn't do that again. So if it didn't happen after a year, I was just going to be like, I'll just go back on the list. But in 6 months, they called and was like, hey, we're go for surgery. They gave us a surgery date, and they told us to come in on the 18th of October, and the surgery was on the 19th, and we did it. So, but yeah, so this is part one. Next part,